What's going on YouTube? R2R Moto here, and today we're in a bit of a cloudy, sort of drizzling type of ride. It's actually interesting. So you would think with this whole pandemic thing going on, you wouldn't really meet new people or anything like that, but I actually randomly yesterday I was basically going home from my ride that I was finishing up. I actually made a different video that the audio broke on, which made me really sad to find that out. But on my way home, I was just going down a random street and I met this guy who basically flagged me down while I was riding. Why are you guys not in unison? That is actually annoying. And I should not be passing you right here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. But yeah, he basically flagged me down and he was like, I ride a DR650. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. So he actually had the DR650 in his driveway. And I basically checked it out, and he actually let me take it for a ride, which was really nice of him. And I got some little bit of a riding footage from that. Probably throw some of that in or make a separate video of that. I'm not sure what I'll do with that one. What's going on YouTube? R2R Moto here. As you can see, we're on a little bit of a different bike right now. We're actually on a DR650 or DR650. I'm not exactly sure what the name of it is. Also, never really expected to be going for a ride right now. This is basically all impromptu. The camera is recording just to make sure. It's a weird feeling being on a bike that's not yours, especially when you didn't plan on actually going for a ride today on someone else's bike. And it was like a spur of the moment thing. I basically was riding down the street, heading home, and I came across a bike in the street, and the guy flagged me down, and he was like, oh, also another DR rider. And I was like, yeah, ride a DR as well, well, DRZ. And we got to talking, and then basically he was like, yeah, just take my bike for a spin. And I was like, I mean, I'm not gonna say no to riding a bike I've never ridden before, so why not? This is a whole lot of a different feeling bike from mine in terms of turning and whatnot. This is a much louder bike than mine. I don't really know what to say. I'm on a bike that's basically new to me with a very loud FMF pipe, and I'm just cruising with it. Basically just gonna take it around the block for a quick second and then take it back. If you ever jump on someone's bike without knowing you're gonna jump on their bike, it's definitely a weird phenomenon. But I'm definitely thankful to the guy for letting me take his bike out for a spin in the first place. To someone he just met, basically let him take the bike out for a spin. But yeah, this bike, compared to the DRZ, it's basically about the same height. It feels basically the same. I mean, it basically is the same bike, just a higher CC. You could definitely already hear the popping from the bike. And at slower speeds, you can definitely hear the exhaust. He told me that he basically picked his bike up about 4 or 5 months ago from a guy, and the guy had already put on the FMF pipe. So he basically hadn't really done anything much to the bike already, and he basically planned on doing some more stuff in the future. Don't believe the bike is jetted, which is probably why it's popping so much. And here comes the interesting part, is going to be pulling off from a stop. This is always the hardest part for me with any new bike, basically, is taking off from a stop and not stalling a bike I've never been on before. The clutch definitely grabs way different than my bike. But yeah, overall, I mean, for a first ride on this bike, it feels pretty nice. My first time ever being on a different type of dual sport other than a supermoto. I'm curious to see how this feels riding off-road. I don't think I'll ever take this bike on-road, obviously, but it's definitely a different feeling. It's a lot more old school than my bike, because my bike has the digital gauges and whatnot. This one still has like the analog. But overall, I mean, this is a nice little bike. I shouldn't say little, it's bigger than my bike. that FMF pipe is loud, dude. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna go take the bike back to him now. It's not really any type of ride. I'm basically testing out my GoPro, so yeah. But yeah, so basically I just saw him outside of his house. He flagged me down. He was like, yeah, right, a DR650. We exchanged contact information. I don't know why I said it like that. Contact information. And yeah, he's riding behind me now, basically going on a ride today. So it's kind of interesting that with all this shit going on in the world, you meet someone who also rides and you just go for a random ride. Ironically, on this ride, we also saw another DR rider. So I'm on the DRZ 400, he's on the DR650, and we actually passed another DRZ rider. And it was really sad because I wanted him to join the ride, but I guess he was going somewhere, it looked like. But it would have been really cool to have 3 DRs in the ride. It's actually interesting because I know around my house there's actually a guy who rides another DRZ, I think it's the DR250, and it'd be really cool to get like 3 different types of DRs in like a ride together. So I'm hoping that one day we find that guy. But yeah, it's like I said, it's weird with all this stuff going on in the world that you actually can meet another person and then go out for a ride. It's weird being a leader in a ride. I don't like it. I don't like having the responsibility of knowing where to go. It's really getting annoying. I don't know if you guys are getting splashed by rain at all, but I'll wipe the camera off just in case. But yeah, so it's quite interesting to be riding right now. It's also interesting because I got this new camera and it's a GoPro, and I have the side door open, and then the first time I take it out for a ride, it starts to drizzle. Hopefully it doesn't start downpouring, or else I will have to take it off my helmet and put it in my pocket. But it's just real weird that it's just like, yep, first time gets exposed straight to the elements. Which, I mean, GoPros in themselves are waterproof, but I don't think with the side door open you really want to be getting them wet. This is going to be a rather short video. Like I said before, the video I wanted to make got corrupted, so had to basically scramble, and since I knew we were going for a ride today, this would be an easy one to basically make and put out, kind of about what inspired this ride. Because honestly, what the video would have been today had I not gone on this ride would have been the unboxing video and why I chose the action camera that I got. But instead, it's now me riding back roads with a DR650 guy behind me that I met yesterday, and now we're going on a ride. So yeah, I mean, really the moral of the story here is that you never know when you're gonna meet another rider, especially one that has a similar bike to you. But when you do, it's easy to become friends because we all ride motorcycles, and it's just fun to get out and ride. I'm not really used to ever riding with groups. The only group rides I've ever done, I've done another ride with another person one time, and then I've done demo day group rides. Other than that, I usually ride solo, so having someone behind me is really interesting. I don't really, like I said earlier, don't ever really like being followed, because it's just, I like to ride my ride, and I don't want to get too far away from the person behind me or be too slow. So it's a weird feeling. But yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of this ride. Like I said, this is gonna be a pretty short video. I hope. Every time I say it's a short video, it never is. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to see more content in the future, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace. Oh, the rain, it's coming down. It wasn't even supposed to rain today. What is going on with the world? I don't know why I'm complaining about rain. I don't care. I'll complain till the day I die. Maybe. Probably not, though. Anyway, gonna keep riding. I'm already in 5th.